Okay, now I'm going to talk about the Nikon D3500 camera right now, and I'm going to do a specs review of the camera. So before we begin, do subscribe to our channel for future updates, live news and rumors, and do give us a like because we need your likes. Now let's begin the review of the Nikon D3500 camera. The Nikon D3400 camera and the Nikon D3500 camera have exactly same sensor and image processor. But despite of having the same sensor and image processor, the raw dynamic range the camera gives you is best in its class. If you're going to compare the raw dynamic range coming out from the camera with the other DSLR's camera of now, for example Canon 2000D, 3000D and even Canon 200D DSLRs, the signal to noise ratio, the dynamic range you are getting, or the low light performance you are getting from the Nikon D3500 camera or even the Nikon D3400 camera is better than those. So if you are going to talk about the image quality, the D3500 camera is carrying a class leading sensor out there. So I have no doubt that Nikon D3500 camera will going to outperform other entry-level DSLRs of its class. Now, what's the main selling point of the Nikon D3400 camera? Of course, its price. The price of Nikon D3400 camera is really uncomparable. It is one of the most affordable DSLR present in the market today, and if anyone wants to start his or her photographic career, the D3400 camera is out there to train you, and you get really very good results from it. And the new D3500 camera is coming with the new AFP lens, 18 to 55 lens, and I have used this lens. This lens is really very sharp. Even if you are using that particular lens at maximum aperture, you are getting super sharp and crisp images out from that lens. And as we all know that starting from the basic DSLRs, Nikon do not use any optical low pass filter in them. So even the Nikon D3400 camera or D3500 camera doesn't carry any optical low pass filter inside it. So you are getting all the time very crisp and clear image quality from the Nikon D3500 DSLR. So it's highly important to understand at the moment that sensor you are getting in the Nikon D3500 camera is best of its class, and it has no competitors out there when we're going to talk about the performance of the camera. Now let's go on the specs of the camera. The camera features ISO range up to 25,600, 5 frames per second continuous shooting speed, and also a 3D tracking autofocus tracking feature to track your moving subject. Of course, it is not as good as we have seen in Nikon D500 or Nikon D7500 camera, but the 3D auto tracking performance somehow matches with the Nikon D5600 camera, or if you have used the 3D autofocus tracking feature, then it is there but not as good as in Nikon Pro DSLRs out there. Now what I really like about the Nikon D3500 camera, apart from the specs and all that, the new body design, which is exactly similar to the Nikon D5600 camera, which I have reviewed few days ago, again in the year 2018, because even at that time we have no competitors of Nikon D5600 camera when you are going to talk about the image quality that camera is giving out you right now. I am going to link Nikon D5600 review somewhere here. Now D3400 camera and the Nikon D3500 camera do have a major design difference between them. The build quality of the Nikon D3500 camera is now more compact and feels very compact in hand, just like if you have used Nikon D5600 camera in past, it feels exactly same. So the design of the camera is really improved compared to its predecessor. One of the major problems that I have faced while reviewing the Nikon D5600 camera is the menu button. The placement of menu button was on the extreme left side of the camera, but in D3500 camera doesn't have such problem, and the placement of menu button is in your thumb range, which is really very comfortable while changing or selecting menus item. Now the Nikon D3500 camera do not have any touch screen or vari-angled display screen as we have seen in the 5600 camera. It is same as we have seen in the D3400 camera. So if you are a kind of a content creator or a selfie lover guy or a girl, then the 3500 camera is not made for you, because you don't have a kind of a very angle display screen. Many photographers do need a compositional freedom while taking images, so even they feel a bit suffocated while using the D34 or D3500 camera. You can move towards the 5600 camera to have a very angle display screen, very angle touch display screen. So the D3500 camera do not have any very angle or touch display screen. It has a fixed, a bit low resolution display compared to the D5600 camera. But at the same time, the sensor you are getting, the image quality you are getting is not inferior compared to the 5600 camera. So if you are a still shooter, the 3500 camera is perfect for you. I'm not recommending you to invest more in the camera body if you don't have any use of a very angle touch display screens. Now let's talk about the major differences between these two cameras, and a difference that Nikon do not want to disclose to you. What's the major difference between the Nikon D3400 camera and the D3500 camera? I'm not able to understand. Both camera is using the same sensor, same image processor, and both camera using same 1230 mAh battery. Then how the D3500 camera is able to record 30% more files compared to the Nikon D3400 camera? If the power source is same, if the sensor is same, and even if the image processor is same, then how the camera has improved so much, how the camera is grabbing 30% more frames compared to the predecessor? It clearly indicates Nikon worked throughout the camera to improve the entire circuitry board inside, to make it less power hungry, to make it more compatible with the newer generation of technology. So what my recommendation is, since both camera is coming at the same price point, we have no difference, I recommend you to get Nikon D3500 camera if you are planning to get a new entry-level DSLR camera in your hands for still shooting purpose. Now that's my opinion, that go and buy the Nikon D3500 camera. So this was the video of today, and if you have any questions you can shout in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this. I'm going to see you very soon in one of my next videos.